Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Yoders Farm. My name is Eldon and Lowell's here with me today. We're going to record another podcast. Lowell, welcome.
Thank you, Eldon. It's good to be here with our distinguished host, Eldon Yoder, the one and only.
Well, this is getting weird fast.
I like to start off on a weird note, that way it can only get better from here.
I guess, yeah. It's kind of a rainy day here.
It's rainy, it's dreary,
February
it's cold.
the 22nd.
It is the 22nd of February.
And I missed a call. It was probably important. But
we are all fired up for spring, and no spring in sight.
We're fired up for spring?
Well,
parts of it, for
warmer
sure.
temperatures,
yeah.
How about that? Less sleet and ice and muck, and slightly warmer temperatures.
And hopefully less power outages.
Actually, it looks like warmer temperatures toward the middle of the week. I think 60s.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully the ground can dry out a little bit here before too long.
It has been a mucky period.
Yeah.
And it's pretty typical of our winters around here.
Yeah, it just seems worse this year, but I think that's how every present year is.
Every year seems like the worst year.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, let's see, what have we been up to the last, I forget, it's been a month since we recorded, 2 weeks?
It's been a little while. Well, spring is, like, it's not top of mind, but we're starting to get into that mode where...
And by spring, you're talking about strawberry season.
And spring in general.
Picking up, okay.
You know, all those things.
Yeah.
The spring period of time is a busier time on our farm.
Yeah.
Than the winter. Though winter is an important part.
And it's busy enough the way it is.
It is, certainly. So but there are certain things that need to be in place. And you're planting in the spring, your field crops, some crops.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's just a lot of things that need to happen in spring. Kind of the ball just starts rolling and rolls all through the summer.
Yep.
So we've been thinking and making plans. We have ordered some things, fertilizers, seeds, and we're working on those plans for springtime, trying to anticipate what we need and planning, and then we'll hopefully execute our well-planned plans.
Sounds very planny to me.
Yeah, probably it's more planny than we actually are, but those are some of the...
A lot of times these plans kind of just exist in
thoughts.
our head. It's not like we write them down, but if we talk about them and think about them, it helps us know where we're going.
I mean, okay, so this is late winter, but there's probably some brood in my beehives, which I need to check on. So their nature is making preparations for the growing season. Or is something else? Oh, buds in our strawberries. You know, I can look down into the tops of the crowns, and there are little buds. Now, they're not really emerged and pushing up yet, but they're there, and they're alive, so they're important. And so one of the things we're thinking about is protection of those buds, which will become blooms, which will become strawberries. So, yeah, we're not into frost protection mode yet. The critical temperatures for those buds are pretty low, maybe teens-ish.
Critical temperatures, you mean?
They could be killed.
Yeah, they burn.
But as we start warming up and as everything starts pushing, the critical temperature rises as well. And when you have open blossoms, white frost is a critical temperature, or about maybe 29 degrees, 28, 29, right in that ballpark. So, yeah, we have had blooms in March, which isn't too far away.
Sure enough.
But I do think the last few weeks, we've not had extreme cold here, but it's been it's been chilly,
Yeah.
probably below average for February. So I think, we were advanced going into the winter, because of November and even December. The first part was fairly mild.
Yeah.
January was kind of so-so, but February has actually been pretty chilly. And this has been a pattern that has repeated itself the last several years of colder Februarys and Marches. So I think now we're not early, I don't think. I don't think we're hugely late, but the cold has definitely just kind of held things in place, which is not all bad. You don't want your stuff pushing too far too quickly.
Yep.
So we will see what shakes out. I'm pretty much covered up with row covers on the strawberries. I'll probably be thinking middle of the week about possibly starting to pull some of those back off because I don't want to push things too much. However, probably the earlier varieties we will try to push as hard as possible. A few of the early varieties. Within reason.
Yeah.
And maybe we will have ripe strawberry by Easter.
When is Easter this year?
April the 4th.
Why would we have them that early? That seems really
the early variety.
But isn't usually a week or so after till we've had the earliest? You make me nervous.
Yeah, I think that would be, actually, I'm quite sure we won't. But
the earliest we've ever opened is like the 17th or 18th.
There's a difference between picking the first red strawberry and being open, like about 2 weeks.
Okay, I guess that would line up with our earliest openings then.
But we're not going to be early.
There you go.
I mean, we won't be the earliest we've ever been because I just said that.
Whoops, I think I rubbed my mic.
Some of it will depend on the weather going forward, too, if we stay, even if we warm up some. Anyway, thinking about weather and how that is going to affect the spring. Thankfully, we haven't been as extreme as some parts of the world. Feel very sorry for people down in Texas,
down under in
Oklahoma,
Texas.
Actually, I think parts of Louisiana got really cold too.
Yeah.
And there are people that grow strawberries in those parts of the world. And
oh, man.
I don't know.
I mean, they'd be about this much in front of us usually, wouldn't they? Maybe
well, I think
quite.
Typically. So it could be very devastating to their strawberry crops. I don't know.
Huh.
But just hard on a lot of things in general.
Yeah.
Farming related. I heard people talking about livestock, waters, tanks, ponds being frozen solid. Kind of a scary thing because, I mean, I would think we could get something as extreme as that here too. And, row covers can only do so much.
Yeah.
Having some snow would give you some protection. I don't know if it'd be enough to keep damage from occurring or not.
Yeah. Huh. I hadn't thought about strawberry farmers down there. Now I feel bad for them.
Yeah, I feel bad sympathize with other farmers.
Yeah.
Because you know that someday...
I was mostly just feeling sorry for the web developers that lost power. I guess we kind of think about the things we're
probably so
involved with.
But I think the thing about weather is someday, it's going to be
your
turn to get the extreme weather event, whether it's an untimely hailstorm or
an ice storm in late March.
I'd forgotten to worry about hail. That's always one that worries me.
Yeah, that is a worry.
March and April.
Maybe we should do high tunnels over our entire crop.
Over our strawberries. Yeah, so that's the strawberry update. We will be getting those covers off and starting to work with them, and they'll be, new leaves here before very long. And
after that, it's just a matter of time.
Fertilizer in them and all those things. Greenhouses are doing fair. They're kind of holding their own. I think we usually go through them every year. Every podcast.
Yeah.
But we don't
have to
do that today.
A lot of details.
Still picking fairly good numbers of toreros out of that one greenhouse where, I don't know, we kind of have a love-hate relationship. I still think it's plenty growthy, a lot of
I think I ate one on a salad the other week, and it was pretty good.
They're good. Yeah, they have good flavor. It's just a firm tomato, but they do keep very well, and they're beautiful. I mean, and the size has been exceptional.
Yeah.
I would say definitely better size than Trust's.
Okay.
Which is the variety that we have previously grown. So, yeah, favorably optimistic that maybe it's. And there's supposed to be some varieties that are even better than that. We will see.
Have you? How's your sucker planting?
Sucker planting is coming along. They actually have some of them have fruit on them. The rest of them are blooming pretty good. So they're definitely. I don't know if they're going to do as well as a regular plant would have, but we are going to hit a spot probably in a few weeks where we're a little short on tomatoes because we lost a few clusters in the string on the toreros, and so you can kind of see those coming down the vines, and you're going to be a little short.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping those suckers will be producing tomatoes about that time and help. And then the rest of the crop we just planted a couple weeks ago, and they're growing.
Yeah.
Longer days are helping, and getting some warmer temperatures and higher daytime highs would be very advantageous.
Sounds good. What other parts of the farm do we usually talk about, or do we not need to talk about anything else really?
I've been trying to keep the cows happy and dry and out of the elements as much as possible, feeding a lot of good corn maze silage. They've been lapping that up.
Have you been attending some of these virtual conference things that we usually go to in person?
Yeah, generally. I haven't attended a lot of them in person, but the cool thing is you can go back and
watch them later
or watch them. So I'm often doing that when I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
And
learn anything interesting this year so far?
Yeah, some new varieties that are kind of interesting, and
sounds about typical.
Pretty typical. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good just to have a refresher, kind of brush up on what you think. Pumpkins are really taking off, and that's kind of what I'm reading between the lines. I would figure that this is going to be a really busy fall again for us and other people, pumpkin growers. I mean, pumpkins are just more of a thing than they were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And specialty pumpkins, especially.
We sold a lot
of them here, and that's what they said too.
We almost sold out of some ways,
of our stuff. Specialty pumpkins are almost becoming as important as the others. So I don't think we can grow too many pumpkins.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a point.
I'm sure there is too.
Yeah. I would like to grow a lot of them and a lot of specialty ones and probably just a bunch of different stuff because everyone likes something different.
Yeah.
It's just really cool to pull something different and unique out of your field. And here's the only place they can literally buy it within who knows how many miles. So that's cool.
Very good.
Thinking fall stuff, even though we have springtime between now and then.
We're always thinking
animals.
Springtime and fall time.
Talked about maybe increasing our small zoo a little bit and putting in some more things. So we need to be making more plans along those lines.
Yeah.
And
very good.
Yeah, strawberry season and our current COVID situation is probably something we need to be starting to plan around.
That's true.
I saw a little bit of discussion about that on a recent strawberry newsletter I got. I don't know exactly what the requirements are going to be as far as from VDAX, Virginia Department of Agriculture, on what is required from Picayune strawberry farms. My guess is maybe we would do something along the lines of what we did last year.
I wonder too.
Maybe we won't need to be quite that stringent.
Yeah.
Stringent?
That's a word.
Strict.
I think that's the word you're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll just have to figure that out as we get closer.
There were parts of what we did last year that we actually liked.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we'll implement those again. I guess the question is, we had to divide the field up in zones and stuff. Do we do that? But that actually kind of worked well because we could direct people to those zones. So we may end up just doing that.
Yeah.
Because it works well.
Yeah. Very good. Anything else we should cover, you think of?
I don't think so. I think we pretty much put a bow on it. I'm just thinking, it just seems like random things. Like we went to get a generator, and it was places we were checking back orders until April.
And this was before the latest power outage.
Yeah. So I just think things like supplies, we need to be like Snack Shack stuff. You ought to be thinking about what we need and starting to order way ahead, because maybe it's everyone doing that makes things hard to get. I don't know, but I'm thinking about picking containers and chemicals and things that we need. We should probably be thinking about and planning ahead, because last year taught us that when we had trouble getting certain items.
Yeah. As far as I know, we're not going to do anything hugely different in the Snack Shack this spring. But it might be good to go to our local supplier.
We weren't even open during strawberry season last year, so that'll be different.
Yeah.
But we were in the fall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. Now you're making me nervous.
Yep. It's always good to be nervous.
I reckon. All right, well, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening. As always, you can find out more about Yoders Farm over at yodersfarm.com.
Apostrophe.
No, just yodersfarm.com.
I know, yeah. I just thought I should say that.
And if you're looking for other podcast episodes,
check us out on Facebook. We sometimes post on Facebook.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes actually
Yoders
about
Farm.
What we're doing.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just information about the store and what's available.
Generally it's kind of our what's up right now at the store. And
you like to post pictures there, so there's that.
Yeah, you can always check that out.
If pictures are your
on
thing.
Instagram too. Yep.
If pictures mean the same to you as 1,000 words.
Yeah. So if you're interested in the podcast, you could subscribe in your podcast app if you want. Yeah, just search for Conversations with Yoders Farm. It should pop up.
Because sometimes I hate when people are always moaning about, please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe.
Well, people don't think about it, and then you just have to whisper it in their ear.
I guess. Try to be subtle about it.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks.
So long.
See ya.